Did you know that the average American overspends by a staggering $7,400 each year? That's over $600 a month down the drain. But what if I told you there's a way to keep that money in your pocket and still live an amazing life? Stick around because I'm about to blow your mind with the power of frugality. Yep, we're diving into the world of frugality. And no, it's not about living like a hermit or eating ramen every day. It's about making smart choices that lead to financial freedom and a life that's richer in more ways than one. That's why today I'll take you to embracing frugality as a lifestyle. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. Now, I know what you're thinking. Frugality? Isn't that just a fancy word for being cheap? Well, let me stop you right there. The biggest misconception about frugality is that it's all about deprivation and misery. People think embracing a frugal lifestyle means saying goodbye to fun, fashion, and living your best life. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Another challenge is the belief that frugality is only for those struggling financially. Newsflash, some of the wealthiest people in the world practice frugality. It's not about how much you make, it's about how you manage what you have. Then there's the social pressure. In a world of treat yourself culture and Instagram lifestyles, choosing to live below your means can feel like swimming against the current. Friends might call you a party pooper for skipping that overpriced brunch, or family members might question why you're not living a little. But here's the kicker. True frugality isn't about what you give up. It's about what you gain. Financial security, peace of mind, and the freedom to spend on what truly matters to you. So, are you ready to flip the script on frugality? So without further ado, let's start off with number 1. Budgeting. First things first, let's talk budgeting. Yes, we all know that budgeting sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry, but hear me out. A good budget is like a GPS for your money. Without it, you're basically throwing dollar bills out the car window and hoping you reach your financial destination. Here's a fun fact. People who use budgets are 53% more likely to achieve their financial goals. That's like having a superpower in your pocket. You can start by tracking your expenses for a month, and you might be surprised to find you're spending $50 a month on artisanal pickles. Hey, no judgment here, we all have our vices. Once you know where your money is going, you can start redirecting it to where you want it to go. Try the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. It's like a financial diet that still lets you enjoy the occasional financial cheat meal. Number 2. Finding joy in simple pleasures. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Won't living frugally suck all of the joy out of life? Well, that couldn't be more wrong. It's time to master the art of micro-luxuries. Micro-luxuries are small, affordable indulgences that give you a big happiness bang for your buck. Instead of dropping $100 on a fancy dinner, why not have a gourmet picnic in the park for $20? You get the same Instagram-worthy food pics, plus a side of vitamin D and bird songs. I call that a win-win. And here's a mind-blowing fact for you. Studies show that experiences bring more lasting happiness than material possessions. So instead of buying that $200 designer shirt, why not use that money for a weekend camping trip or a cooking class? Your Instagram followers might not be as impressed, but your soul and your wallet will thank you. Number 3. Conscious spending. Conscious spending is like mindfulness for your wallet. It's about being aware of every dollar that leaves your account and asking yourself, is this bringing value to my life? Here's a hilarious and slightly scary statistic. The average person makes 35,000 decisions in a day. No wonder we sometimes end up with a cart full of stuff we don't need at Target. But by practicing conscious spending, you can make sure that those decisions align with your goals and your values. You should try the 24-hour rule. Whenever you want to buy something non essential, wait 24 hours before pulling the trigger. It's like putting your impulse purchase on time out. You might find that burning desire for a bacon scented candle isn't so urgent after all. Number 4. Embrace the sharing economy. Remember when your mom told you to share your toys? Well, she was preparing you for the sharing economy. From car sharing services to tool libraries, there are tons of ways to access what you need without owning it. Did you know that the average power drill is used for just 13 minutes in its entire lifetime? That's like buying a car to drive once a year. Instead of cluttering your home with rarely used items, why not borrow or rent them? Join local Buy Nothing groups on Facebook or check out platforms like Nextdoor to share resources with your neighbors. It's like having an extended family, minus the awkward Thanksgiving dinners. Number 5. Do it yourself or DIY. Embracing your inner DIY guru can save you serious cash. Plus, it's a great way to impress your friends and confuse your enemies. Oh, this chandelier? I made it out of old spoons and fairy lights. YouTube is your best friend here. There are tutorials for everything from basic home repairs to creating your own skincare products. Just be careful not to fall down the DIY rabbit hole. We don't want you turning your entire house into a life-size paper mache sculpture. Number 6. Cook at home. Eating out is one of the biggest budget busters out there. The average American household spends about $3,000 a year on dining out. That's enough to buy a small herd of goats. Not that you need a herd of goats, but you get the point. Learning to cook at home is like giving yourself a raise. Start with simple recipes and work your way up. Before you know it, you'll be whipping up gourmet meals that would make Gordon Ramsay proud. Or at least not yell at you. And finally, number 7. Optimize your living situation. Housing is usually the biggest expense in most budgets. But with a little creativity, you can turn this money pit into a money-saving opportunity. Consider house hacking. Rent out a spare room or even your parking space. It's like having a roommate, but with the added bonus of being able to choose who you live with. No more surprise ferret owners or nocturnal didgeridoo players. If you're really adventurous, look into alternative housing options. Tiny houses, converted vans, or even houseboats can dramatically reduce your living expenses. Plus, they make for great conversation starters at parties. Oh, you live in a regular house? How quaint. But if you still don't believe in the power of frugality, how about we take a look at Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha and one of the wealthiest people on the planet. You'd think a guy worth over $100 billion would be living in a gold-plated mansion, right? Wrong. Buffett is the poster child for frugal living. Here's the kicker. Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. That's right, a multi-billionaire living in a modest 5-bedroom house in Nebraska. Talk about keeping it real. But it's not just about the house. Buffett is known for his $3.17 McDonald's breakfast and his used car purchases. He once said, "Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down." By embracing frugality, Buffett has been able to focus on what truly matters to him, growing his business and philanthropic efforts. He's pledged to give away 99% of his wealth to charitable causes. Buffett's frugal lifestyle isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality. He spends on what he values and cuts back ruthlessly on what he doesn't. And look where it's gotten him. It just goes to show that frugality isn't about how much you have, but how wisely you use your resources. Embracing frugality isn't about pinching pennies. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. By living below your means, you gain financial freedom, reduce stress, and open doors to opportunities you never thought possible. It's not just a way to save money, it's a path to a more fulfilling life. Also, what's the craziest thing you've ever done to save money? Did it work out or did it hilariously backfire? Share your frugal fails and wins in the comments. Let's learn from each other's penny pinching adventures. And well, that's basically embracing frugality as a lifestyle. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And hey, it seems that YouTube thinks that the next video can completely transform your financial situation. Watch it to find out whether they're correct. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Till next time.